Welcome back, you guys. Today I'm playing round 2 of Malaysian Chess Championship. By the way, a big congratulations to Gukesh Damaraju of winning the candidates tournament. Right? So this is my round 2. This is my round 2. And I'm playing the black pieces. My opponent go e4, c5, knight f3, g6, d4, cd4, knight d4, bishop g7. I played the hyper accelerator dragon, c4, the Meroxic line, knight c6, bishop e3, knight f6, knight c3, bishop e2, d6, and my opponent played f3, which is a side line. The main line is castles, followed by queen d2. My opponent played f3. So I was trying. To be honest, I didn't seen this move before, and I'm trying to figure out how to punish this move. Right, but okay, actually, it's not. Sorry, actually, this move is not a bad move. Right. So I have some move. I have queen b6 first of all. Yeah, a very typical move in a accelerated dragon. So when the bishop is on defender, you can always play queen b6. However, in this case, there's knight takes c6. Um, yeah, there's knight takes c6, queen takes e3, then knight takes e7. So I'm forced to take back with the queen. There's even knight a4. Yeah, which is not a very good idea for black. So usually the bishop on c4, knight a4 is impossible because of queen b4 check. But in this case, there is knight a4, right? So queen b6 actually doesn't work, and I can of course play the main line bishop d7 and castles, knight takes d4, bishop takes d4, bishop c6, just transpose the main line. But I decided to play the move e6. My opponent played queen d2, so I played d5. Right, so I try to punish my opponent with the f3 move because my opponent didn't castle, so I immediately play for this e6 followed by d5 idea. Right, so there is actually some line like this e6 in this position, but this is not a great move because I believe this knight b5 and d5 is just a free pawn. But if opponent play f3 here, I can play the move d5. Right, so I try and do some same thing like this, but with a tempo down. So if my opponent play knight c2, okay, I have two choices. I can either play the uh what is this hedgehog structure with this and b6 a6. Sorry. Or I can play d5, which is a move I'm not sure. Is a pawn sacrifice? Okay, yeah, I'm going to say d5 is best move, but I'm not sure what this move do. Like takes. Knight e7. There's d6 and or bishop c5. But okay, engine say black is fine. Right. However, my opponent played with queen d2. I guess the idea of my opponent is trying to play the typical dragon with opposite side castle, but the problem is the pawn is on c4, not on c2. So my opponent is one tempo down, and if he castles queenside, his queenside will be a bit shaky. Right. So I play d5 immediately. With takes, knight takes d5. And my opponent play knight takes c6. I play b takes c6. And here I feel like opponent should have played on the c file because this the c pawn is quite weak, but actually still fine. And play some move like bishop d4, you know. But my opponent take and allow me. Okay, my opponent's idea is probably he thought this is an isolated pawn and it's quite weak. But in another word, is pass pawn, right? It's a pass pawn. So my opponent played castles. I played d4. Just immediately use my pass pawn. Rook f d1, pinning the queen, pinning the pawn. I play queen e7. You can't take because I'll win your bishop on e2. So in this position, I feel like black is doing very well. Rook d8. bishop d3. I go bishop e6, just develop. He played b3, and now I immediately trying to open up the queen side with the move a5 and a4. My opponent played bishop c4, takes. I trade and play d3, and I feel like in this position black is just much better because of this pass pawn, and it's very hard for black to actually attack this pawn, to be honest. Right. So my opponent played bishop c5, which is bad move. Now the only move to save the draw according to the engine is bishop h4. It's a skewer, but I thought in the game I'll play queen a7. Yeah, which is a fine move. Bishop f6 also is fine. My opponent missed it after a long thought. He played bishop c5, which is not a great move. Queen e5, just centralize my queen. I can go like queen b2 something. My opponent played b4, which is not a bad move. Now immediately play the move queen d5. Now with the rook move, I have this move, rook to a2. Now if my opponent plays some move like rook c1, I believe I have bishop b2. Now in the game I'm calculating bishop b2, which is okay, which is good, which is winning, but it's not the best move. Like I think take. Oh, there's rook d4. Okay. 等一下。Okay, so my opponent played rook e4 with the idea of rook a2, queen e3, and maybe some d2, rook e8. You know, yeah, and in this position, actually black is losing. If in this position I play some move like h5, yeah, actually not sure. But maybe he can even takes, right? Oh no, he can't. Yeah, I'm thinking like takes, rook takes, rook e8, bishop f8, rook takes f8, king g7. It could be a draw, but in this position it's different case because now I'm threatening checkmate in 1 and rook d2 as well. So it's completely winning for black. So maybe rook a2 was good. I play h5 first to give the h7 square for my king. King f1, I go rook a2. We have queen e3 was play, and in this position is completely winning for black. According to the engine, it's -6. -6, such a huge advantage for white. Sorry, for black because of this possible. In this position, I play a very stupid move, which is rook to e2. And after this move, white is the one who is winning. Now I thought the queen has to move, so queen has to move to f4 to keep defend the rook, and I'll play some move like queen a2. The threat is rook takes g2, and let's say you play some queen g5 because I'm threatening some rook takes g2. So if you go some queen g5, okay, I can play rook takes, I believe. Queen takes, followed by queen. Sorry, followed by queen e2 or something. Okay, so however, in this position, there's completely missed the move queen takes d3, and my rook is undefended. If I takes, he is take, and white is even up pawn because he take my pass pawn. The only advantage of black pieces. Right. However, in the game, my opponent played rook takes d3, which is not a great move because I take rook takes f3. At least now the material is equal. My opponent played queen e2 and offer a draw. I accept the draw because obviously there's no way to win. And yeah, it's very bad game. So yesterday I saved a totally losing position, and today I drew a totally winning position. So as Ding Liren say, chess is fair. I hope this is not a terrible tournament for me. And I hope it will not distract my tournament. I hope I can control my emotion well. So that's all for my round two. Take care. Bye.